Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm Brian Scott. It's a beautiful Saturday. I wanted to take some moments here to get everybody to join us. So exciting. We just did an amazing meditation, Big Money Flow. And so my goal in doing these lives right after the meditation is to keep you in the field. Don't lose it. So welcome to everybody here. It's always good to see you. It's always good to be with you. I love these new lives we've been doing on Saturday. One of my newest, favorite things in the world. Let's see who we got so far. We got, we're going to go live on Instagram as well. We're going live on Facebook. So if you see me on Facebook, we're going live on Twitter. There you are. It's good to see you there. Welcome. So hopefully you've got a chance to do that meditation. Hey, Gay. Hey, Alf. Hey, Osman. It's always good to see you guys. Love you guys with all my heart. Kitty's made it. Violet Frankson. Mel Bailey. Good to see you. Angels of Love. Gavin Cato, 9488. Mel it's always good to see Phil made it. Love you guys. We're going to have an awesome little session here because I'm going to answer questions. We're going to go over some things. I'm going to give you a chance to pick out a book and we can talk about it. So let me see who we got here in the house. Just what I'm asking you to do is, if you just did this meditation, the Big Money Flow meditation, I need you to stay right here where you are energetic. Don't shake it off. Don't check your phone. Stay in the field. Drop your name in the chat. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I want to see who's here. Looking at chat right now. Red Spirit made it. Will, always good to see you. Christine. Hello, Luis Suarez, Christine Marie, always good to see you. I love you all so much. Gay made it. Hello in Canada. We have Canada, we have Greece, we have Toronto, we have New York, we have Hawaii. And that reminds me, Angel, we're going to be in Maui on May 14th through the 17th. We still have a few rooms available. It's going to be amazing. And I'm also... We're giving away scholarships. So essentially you don't have to pay anything for the ticket as long as you can book in the hotel. If you can reach out to me and just put free ticket in you can email me at chiefexecutiveprime@gmail.com. And we're trying to give, it's our intention and goal. We felt like there are definitely people out there that need help in coming. So we want to offer that. So make sure to email me, put it in the comments. It's always good to see you. Purple Diamond made it. Oh, Durango, Colorado is in the house. We got London. We got Philadelphia. We got Staten Island. We got Israel. We got Tampa Bay, baby. We got Portland in Florida, Wilmington, North Carolina, Spokane, Washington. Sending my love to Colorado and Georgia. Oh my gosh, we got Newcastle. I love to see that. I love what's really amazing when you look at my podcast on where I have my podcast released. I can look at a map of everybody that downloaded, and we have someone that comes from every country, every state. Over time, we've reached out and touched every single country. My books are now published in Korea and expanding. So it's a worldwide phenomenon. We are a movement. We are the Reality Revolution. And the reason for that is this is a place that everybody can come together. That's what I love about it. So before we get into your questions, I have a feeling that our questions are going to be good today. And I want to talk about something for a few minutes because I think it's the key to everything we just did in that meditation. What most people don't understand about money is not a thing you chase. It's a field you enter. Think about what just happened in that meditation, or when you do any sort of abundance meditation. You're not just visualizing dollar signs, you're tuning. That's what I want you to do. We're adjusting the frequency of your nervous system, your body, and your energetic field so that abundance becomes the default state, not the exception. You don't just have these lucky days where you feel abundant. It's abundant every single time you breathe. And the reason that matters, most people are trying to attract money from a state of lack, from worry, from, I need this to work. And the field doesn't respond to need, it responds to state. It took me a long time to learn that. I was always trying to manifest and from a state. The big money flow meditation exists to shift the state first, everything else, the ideas, the opportunities, the unexpected income, the doors that open, that come, that all that comes after the state shifts. The affirmations, the visualizations, all of that is designed to create the state shift. So I just want you to do something real quick before we go to questions. Put your hand on your chest. If you're watching right now, just do it. That's not just a heartbeat. That's a broadcasting system. Right from your heart is sending a signal out, a signal that is either one of openness and receptivity or one of contraction and resistance. The meditation that we just did was designed to open the signal, to broadcast on the frequency of abundance rather than scarcity. So right now in this moment, I want you to make a decision. You're not wishing for anything. A decision. Decide that you are someone who lives in the flow. Decide that money moves towards you naturally and easily. Decide that the life that you've been imagining is not a fantasy. It's a frequency you haven't fully tuned to yet. Can you feel the difference between hoping and deciding? That's the word. That's what we're talking about today. All right, the field is set. We're still inside it. I want you to stay inside that field. I'm going to take some questions, and in a moment, I'm going to let you pick out and give me some numbers. We're going to randomly pick out a book, and we can talk about it. We can talk about anything that you want. We have so many amazing people here. I love all of you, and it's so exciting to be all here at the same time after that beautiful meditation. So Laura Scarborough says, I'm walking out of eviction into the field where my home is. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Gokuha says, question, do you think setbacks we consented to before incarnating, meaning the bad things we agreed to, a lot of them pre-incarnation? Clearly, it's repeatedly said in channelings and other mystical works that we had a pre-incarnational plan. My belief is when we start shifting into the new earth, we can even dissolve those pre-incarnational plans. The plans are all set up to prepare us for the shift. After the shift, all those plans go away because we gain full and absolute control of our ability to create reality. That's really what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Turn on my light in the back here. There we go. So what I'm telling you to do is don't focus on whether or not it is a pre-incarnational plan. The challenge that you set with that pre-incarnational plan is to overcome it. And it's a very unique skill that you're developing that takes decades, okay? And it's rushing and speeding up and it's becoming more and more effective. So what I want you to do is use this as a catalyst to enter into your true state of power, which I know is available to you. When I say that, I know you know what I mean by that. Thank you, Gokuha. Always good to see you. Thank you for coming on these Saturdays. Hey, Osman, always good to see you, brother. Let's see, we got other questions here. Who wants to ask a question? Just put a question. Let's see. I quit my job 11 years ago, instead getting fired after 24 years to trademark a heart-centered entertainment studio, and look at everyone in this space now. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you doing that and finding a heart-centered entertainment studio. I love that. That's a great idea. Here we go. We got a question. Let's see here. Question. New sub here. Thank you for subscribing. Do I ever disagree with my higher self about why certain thing has not happened or outcome should have been different? I've just come to realize that I just don't know as well as my higher self. Your higher self always knows better because your higher self is always acting in hindsight. As I understand the higher self that I've been able to channel and tune into is not just a vague version of an expanded version of ourselves, but a very specific version of ourselves that has already lived this life experienced everything that happened. The thing to remember about the higher self is the higher self is looking at super big picture. So my future self technique is more effective in that way. What I think we need to learn is to learn how to tune into different versions of ourselves. The version of ourselves in this life, in some cases, has a better view than the higher self. The higher self is looking 3 billion years down the line. And when you look at things over a long period of time, as I've interacted with my higher self, I've discovered the higher self is fine with catalyst that causes pain and causes dysfunction, problems, and emotional responses within us, because the higher self is aware of the growth that occurs from that stimulation that we're getting. And I get that. But I'm saying we can enter into our power faster by focusing into our future self. That's a version of ourselves in this future that knows what's happening. Now, yes, I've felt at times when I was disagreeing with my future self, and our future self is still us in this timeline. So if that future self in this timeline carries your flaws, it carries all of your advantages. But if there's a specific version of yourself that has been through it, found the way through, found the way to become the most prosperous version of you, that healed properly, that overcame all those triggers and traumas, that's the version I want to tune into. So I like to compare notes between my higher self and my future self. It's a really great question. Thank you. Mel Bailey said, I feel like certain things continue to repeat themselves to me. My question is, do they continue to happen because I haven't learned anything from them, or is this part of my destiny? Mel, thank you for that question. And it could be true, but also I think what happens when you see patterns repeating themselves is that you've given your power to it. So we see this in relationships, we see this in different scenarios where it feels like we have a pattern arriving, and that pattern can be the result of several different things. But I think what happens, because we are godlike beings living normally in a field of infinite power, that when we give our power to something by thinking about it often, just by putting your attention on something, by putting your heart energy into something, then once we resolve it, it seems to recreate itself as a pattern in the hologram. So what I'm calling on you to do is, if you find yourself seeing that pattern, as I've discussed recently in my episode on the treasure hunt, you can check out the book by Robert Scheinfeld, Breaking the Money Game. That is one of the best books I've read. His technique is, when you see these patterns, that first you acknowledge who you are, a being of infinite power, a being that is connected to infinite intelligence. He would say, I am the power and presence of God, but say something for you that really lets you feel into your power. Then find appreciation for the thing that is repeating its pattern. I mean, even you can be appreciative of how realistic it is, because the third part of it is to acknowledge that it's not real, that none of it's real. When you say that, and you then see yourself taking the power of it, physically taking the power, like it's in a vault, taking the power back from it, then I really think that then you begin to overcome that, if that makes any sense. I hope that helps to answer your question, Mel. Thank you for that question. Let's see. Soul Healing with Breathe. Always nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Any advice on those of us looking to receive more? Thank you for asking that. One of the major aspects of money manifestation I've addressed in at least 20 episodes, and that's not nearly enough. It's all about receiving. You're already, whatever it is that you're not receiving is what you're blocking, because you are a being of infinite power. So it's an analysis of how much are you open to receiving? And some of us sort of over time create a container. This container allows you to receive a certain amount. And so to expand that container, you need to learn to expand and receive more. You can find it in everything, in the way that your world comes to you, in the way that people treat you, in the things that people say to you. And you can start to see the reflection of what you're actually receiving from those things. And if you can tune that, open it, begin by stating out loud the truth. I am open to receiving infinite abundance from all sources now in this moment. Continue to say that. If there's resistance to that idea, why is it you're not receiving or allowing yourself to receive these things? If you are eating dinner with someone and they offer to pay and you say, no, I can't do that, where is that coming from? Do you deserve to receive? Do you feel in your heart that you're worthy of receiving? Worthiness is always a part of receiving. And so for a moment, I want everybody to open your hands up. Open your hands up symbolically and say with me, I am open to receiving the infinite abundance available to all in this moment, right now, all of it. For there's no amount of abundance that I block. In this moment, I am open to all that streams forward in this moment. Feel yourself opening to energy from all angles, from all places, from all times, coming to you in this moment, because you have the ability to do whatever you want. If you acknowledge your infinite power, then you can do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that question. Let's see what we got here. Yes, I do have background music on. I didn't think it was that loud. I have it turned down to the very lowest. I'll turn it down even more. Sorry about that. In fact, we'll turn it off. If for anybody that didn't like the music, it was Soul Reasons. So Soul Reason didn't like it. We'll turn it off for now. Let's see. If I'm trying to shift my reality to one that it's very different from this one, I tend to self-sabotage and start doubling my power. What can I do to get over that? So in your question, you're saying that's very different. So I want you to really attack that and analyze it. One of the things that can block us from shifting is when we start to acknowledging how significantly different it is. The differences can pick us up because we get into patterns that we get used to, and those patterns tell you everything that you need to know. So the self-sabotage comes in the pattern that you've accepted and gotten used to. That pattern is part of the reason that you have that. So acknowledge that pattern. And oftentimes the process of manifesting is opening to an understanding of what we are self-sabotaging. The self-sabotaging will tell us everything that we need to know. We self-sabotage for a numerous variety of reasons, because of our subconscious mind, because of things we've learned, because we don't feel that we're worthy. And all of those things are very true and relevant, especially when we're having to break patterns. But often the most amazing realities that we can enter is the reality that is specifically different, that breaks those patterns. Those patterns are locking us in to where we are. Let's see here. Rebecca liked the music. Andrea liked the music. Alf Pacino liked the music. So let me play the music like really quiet, and then we'll go from there. And so it's just like subtle background music, like a normal episode of the Reality Revolution. So let's see who else we got. We got another question. Any more questions? Just tell me if it gets too loud. Are there any successful people waking up to their desired reality, reality shifting instant? I am one. I continually meet people that do that. It's really amazing, the bridge that we walk from the old reality to the new reality. And when you say instant reality shift, instant reality shifts can happen in seconds. It can happen in weeks. It can happen in months, because instant is a definition of how quickly the shift occurs. Usually the shift always happens within the first breath, within the first moment. But what's interesting is the bridge that we would walk from one part of reality to the other part of reality. That bridge can be shortened and shortened and made faster. The more and more we open ourselves up to the way that those old patterns are holding us back, and we can walk in to a new reality. And so it's fascinating, like the shift I went through. You see the office I'm in right now. I'm super excited about this office, and you can see the camera that I'm using now. And I was doing YouTube for 7 years in my old house. And it was a struggle and it was difficult. It was a huge move for me to make. But for me at the same time, it happened so fast, it felt like an instant shift, because I made the conscious decision to manifest so that I can put myself in a more cinematic situation to create cinematic and on-camera experiences to make my YouTube channel better. And I had to go through that transition. And although it only took 2 months, it was instantaneous for me. And so when you're in it, it feels like it's taking a long time, but when you look back on it, you will find that the reality shift is instant. All right. If the music's too loud, then please let me know. All right. Question: if we operated in this way for decades and then it all went backwards, I'd need to know what you mean by it went backwards. But I want you to understand something in my channeling of the operators of the simulation, in my study and research and experience in shifting through different realities, that we are in a unique version of reality, this third density reality shifting into a fourth density reality where another dimension's creeping in. And what happens is we love the challenge. We love the simulation. We love the catalyst. There's a part of our souls that actually love all of the frustration and anxiety and all of the roadblocks that come, and it feels like we're going backwards, but we are still the creator of it. Everything that's happening, even when we go backwards, is because we're creating that for a reason. If you can access the more expanded version of yourself that is creating that pattern, then you will find why it's happening, and you'll find an appreciation for it. The version of you that finds the greatest expansion, if you're doing this and existing in a frequency and a heightened state over time, loves the surprise. And so our goal is to tune into a frequency where the surprise is wonderful and perfect. It helps others, and it leads us into a state of more joy and happiness. I hope that answers. I know what you're trying to say. If you want to go into that further, then just let me know. Okay, it's always good to see your comments on the channel. Thank you. Prayers. Thank you, Nikki. 144 in chat. That's right. We got John Blue in the house. We got question. I usually have to do the meditation 4+ hours in a focused state, eyes closed for results. When I listen to it passively, everything dries up. I rarely have to focus state because of work. So Purple Diamond, I understand where you're coming from. And so try my activations. My activations are specifically designed so that you can do them in a less than focused state, because I am using neurolinguistic programming and specific technologies of frequency with my words and the pictures that I give in the metaphors, in the activations that are designed to create the state change. You don't need to be in a 4-hour plus meditation focused state, eyes closed. You don't. And there are ways that you can enter into a form of meditation where you're listening into a car. You enter into an alpha state. You're driving. You're focusing on driving. You still make it from point A to point B. You can do it while you're cooking. You can do it while you're working. And those are, to me, very powerful, because you're still accessing a version of your subconscious. Give it a chance. Experiment with those activations when you're not able to close your eyes in a focused state. The activations, if I say activation in one of the episodes, that's designed so that you can listen to it. I don't ask you to close your eyes. I don't ask you to utilize a specific breathing technique. It's designed to listen to, and I'm speaking to a version of you that creates that change. And so that's what those are designed for. Thank you for that question. And that's why I designed that. And I agree. Sometimes we simply don't have the time to go into that closed eye, long meditative state. I'm seeing a crazy amount of the number 8 every day, Devin says, especially 888 in movies, 5 hockey teams, 88. I love that. Let's talk about what the 8 means. It means infinity. It means manifestation. One of my favorite frequencies of music is 888 frequency. Check out Metaverse's track 888HZ, which he has for infinite oneness. You can just check out Metaverse 2 T's. That particular frequency is one of my favorite frequencies. And I agree. When we need to go back and do some more episodes on number codes, and I use the number code 888 in my paintings often, and I believe it's one of the most powerful codes that we can use for sure. Question: spirit guides don't come through in meditations. Know that they are there, but not coming through. Why? All right, so Mazzy, I was like that for a while. Some people's spirit guides find that the best way to work with you is not through clairaudient speaking, meaning that you can hear their words. They are trying to communicate with you in packets of information. So you may have been actually communicating with the spirit guides through visions, experiences, hunches, feelings, energies that you receive in those moments. But if you actively say, I want to talk to you specifically, please speak with me, it is not against my goodwill to do so. The spirit guides are being very careful not to violate your free will or to interfere with you or disrupt your patterns. So get into a conversation with the spirit guide and say, hey, I'm open to speaking with you. I am open to your conversations. I want more information and a better way to connect with you. First thing I want you to do is start writing automatic writing down. Just start writing whatever comes to you. Generally, according to the law of one material, everyone at least has 3 different spirit guides, one of a more masculine energy, one of a more feminine energy, and one of a more neutral energy. And each one, and then we also carry along guides that are like friends and spirit family members and people and energies and entities that have followed us through multiple incarnations. Generally, you'll also have access to higher dimensional beings, guardian angels, archangels, and ancestors as well. And your actual spirit family can be pretty busy at times. But what I would recommend is openly wishing to ask for them. Say it out loud. I wish to speak to you. Check out my spirit guide meditations. Those are designed to put you in the right state. Oftentimes, there's ways that you can get more information or way of interacting with the spirit guide. A lot of times, Native American Indians would speak to their spirit guides through animals, and they would appear in their environment, or they would see them in visions, and they would have an animal guide. Sometimes you'll see entities that don't look human, and when they present themselves, you can communicate them in that way. It's the way that they present themselves. And so what I would say is go into heart coherence, slow down your breath, relax your body as much as possible, and then make it your intention to speak to those spirit guides. All right. I've been doing the activations, and I truly feel like it really helped me in so many ways. Thank you for that. Thank you for that for Sacred Night, Rose. Question: How can we have free will on Earth while we have an extremely authoritarian government in Canada that keeps taking away natural freedoms and rights? Juan Jose, it's really interesting that you say that, because a lot of people around the world would look at Canada and say, you do not have an authoritarian government. And oftentimes you're reacting to things that are being taken away, modified, or regulated in your sphere, and it may be not as bad as you think. Is it something real world that's happened to you, or is it something that you heard on the news? In fact, there are psyops programs, forms of propaganda all around that are trying to make us think that we are in an authoritarian government when we're not. And it creates fear, confusion, frustration, and it's actually a pendulum. And so what I'm saying is go and check out my episodes on the pendulums. And what oftentimes is happening is that you're hearing stuff that's happening on both sides of the spectrum that makes us worried, concerned, feared, and it's actually not really happening, or it's not what you think. And it's creating a fear-based energy that makes you think, oh, I'm being limited. There's nothing limiting you in your bubble of reality. It doesn't matter what the government's doing, because everything is working out for you perfectly. So ask yourself, does this affect me specifically? How is it affecting me specifically? And understand that in your bubble of reality, you have the power to change it through your ability to create reality in which those rules, regulations, frustrations, things that seem to affect you are not affecting you. It's about frequency, not the government. Enter into a frequency where it's not real. When you focus on conspiracies, worries, concerns, they say, hey, this terrible thing is happening right now. Oftentimes, when we become obsessed with it, when we watch the news, which the news is manufactured to design, we feed energy to a pendulum that becomes creative to reality. And what we see in our world around us, we end up in a world that's authoritarian. all we do is look at news content that says we're in an authoritarian reality. I've met and talked to people in genuinely authoritarian by all standards, for instance, like Russia, and even talked to people in North Korea that were able to freely speak to me, that had been in those places. And what I found is oftentimes that you have an ability to create this sort of bubble in your reality, no matter where you are, what government is existing, what terrible things they're doing, and that your reality can be amazing, fantastic, prosperous. The key to big money flow is to avoiding those pendulums that create fear about what's happening in the economy or in the world. Understand there's always been economic problems and world wars and wars around the world. Those are not reasons for us to focus on that. So if you find yourself where you're in an authoritarian government, don't get caught up in the pendulum. Find your own power and choose your own reality. There's psyops and programs and mass media, virtue signaling and crazy stuff constantly going on, and know that you are the operant power in your reality. All of it is just created by you. It's amazing, and let's appreciate how realistic it seems, but you're in a simulation or hologram, and it's time to take our power back from those ideas that take away our attention. All right, who do we got here? More of my manifestations are happening for me. I like to hear that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What can I do in my situation where I am staying with someone who is living in the fear of all that is going on, and she keeps explaining about it? Thank you for that. This is a difficult part of reality creation that I get frustrated with, and that is the way that others are, that's the way that other people can affect your reality by the worries, concerns, fears. So try to surround yourself with positive people. And when you become aware that those negative people are around you, then what I want you to do is, first of all, dissolve the effect that it has on you, and simply try to change the conversation first. Focus on something that you have in common that you can talk about, that you can move away from. All right. Give them a reason for hope. Show them the power of love and light. And if that doesn't work, if they seem insistent on carrying you into those negative realities, then you say that, thank you for showing me what my light is transforming. I'm gonna move on from this, and find yourself a way to move outside of their fold. That means that sometimes we have to move outside of family situations and friends situations. Sometimes we can return and see that they've gotten out of this loop that they're in. But there are times when there's nothing that we can do. That's they're choosing to focus on those things, and we have to let it go. I appreciate the question. Agent Johnny Red is in the house, my brother. This is our good friend Travis Redmond, who does the sound for our events. I'm so excited that you could join us, brother. And I just wanted to, thanks for the donation. And I want to say that we are so excited about our event in Maui that's on May 14th through the 17th. There are still tickets available, and we kept it at the early bird price. You can still get it at www.brianscottllive.com/Hawaii-2026. And this is going to be one of the most amazing retreats ever. It's at an amazing location right on the beach. And we're going to have Paul Selig at this location. And Travis, my brother, we've been working on it for several different events. We've gotten really good. It's become like a show. We know how to put on the sound and the audiovisual element. And what's amazing about Hawaii is it's going to be for 4 days. It gives us an additional day to do some additional teachings. What we are doing at these events, what I'm doing through the channel, is we are focusing on a form of retrocausality where we connect with our future self. The future self merges with us from our greatest reality, and we can exist within the most divine and powerful and wonderful realities where we find true health, true love, and absolute prosperity, where large sums of money flow to us. And I would love to see you there. Like I said at the beginning, we have a couple of more free tickets that we put aside. And if you get them now before the rooms go up in price, as long as you are able to get a room at the resort, then, because we've booked extra rooms for those people, so you don't have to pay for the ticket. If you email me, and the first come, first serve. It'll be the first people. And if you can talk to me about why you think you need to come to the event, we'll give away a free ticket at chiefexecutiveprime@gmail.com. Thank you, my brother. Can't wait to see you there. Can't wait for you to join us in karaoke and in so much else. He does a great job of the sound. People that have been to the events know what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we got that one already. Okay, the law of being asks, Brian, do we revise an actual event of our memory of the event and we still remember that we did the revision? Will the other participants forget, well, I still remember the event I changed? So the effect of revision is not a change in the past, but a change in the future. The revision moves us into another reality where that didn't happen. And what inevitably happens, it could be in some cases that their memories change, but oftentimes there's no way for you to confirm. You will just notice that you're in a different reality as if that thing did not happen. You may be able to bring it up again. The place I've seen this most effective with revision is maybe you get into a disagreement with a friend and you go back and revise it and there is no disagreement. And then the next time you're talking to that friend, it doesn't even come up. You don't even talk about it. And so you can assume that their memories are changing, but there are scenarios where they still have the memory, but the results of what happened after the revision, it's as if it did not happen. And that is why revision is all about changing what is happening in the present and future moments, not what happened in the past. It's the way that that memory affects our future and the way we're creating it. All right. Alf Pacino, thank you for forgiving. Your power of forgiveness is honored. I appreciate you. Question, how do I really trust my higher self in my heart? I feel like closed doors sometimes are a waste of time. How do I reframe that? How do I really trust my higher self in my heart? My question is, why don't you trust your higher self? That implies that you don't trust yourself. If you understand your higher self is you, do you not trust yourself? So my question is, why don't you trust yourself? To trust your higher self in your heart is form that connection. Find that version of you. What do you mean by your higher self? And what do you mean by closed doors? If you feel like you're not gaining communication with your higher self, we want to find ways to find resonance with the higher self. The higher self doesn't want to intervene, doesn't want to violate your free will. So you make it your intention to put them in your place. Let me know if the music is too high. All right, brother. How do I really trust let's see what else. Brian Scott's readings were vital in bringing me out of a darkness in my life years ago when the channel was new. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for those kind comments. It means a lot that you say that. Fantasy says, Brian, I remember several years ago I decided that I would live my life as the most survival horror, as the most encouraging, empowering, inspiring survival horror story. I think it was my destiny pre-birth. It's my passion. So would live my life as the most encouraging. So that implies you have to survive some horror. So my question to you is, did you survive a horror? And that's why you did that, because I would not want to make that my goal, because that would also mean I have to survive the horror. There's no need for you to experience the horror. Travis, I met him in New Jersey. Yes. Hey, Nikki, it's good to see you. Met you in New Jersey as well. Thank you so much, Sacred Night. Appreciate you. Appreciate your donation. Every single little bit helps and counts. Question. How can we learn how to channel or accelerate the process if we are open to it? I know you just gave tips on how to speak to higher self, but not sure it's the same. Thank you, Heather. I'm really happy that you asked that question. I've even thought about doing an episode open to channel. It's taken me a long time to get to the place where I could channel. And for me, it's because I'm thinking too much. I'm analyzing what's coming in too much. And the secret to channeling is putting yourself in an open space to receive. And then at the same time, letting go and letting what's through. I found that I was intervening. So I find that the process of opening to channel is a long-term process. It took me about 5 years to properly channel and feel like that what was coming through was a pure channel. I could do it, and some people have heard me channel, and maybe it felt like 50% was coming through. I found the easiest thing to start with is my higher self, as I let my higher self come through, and then more and more to channel to other things. And so I would recommend just experimenting with it. Try automatic writing, just try sitting and just letting things come through, and then analyze how much of it is you and how much of it is coming through. Record yourself. Sometimes when we start to channel at the beginning, we don't remember what we're channeling. So if you're recording it, you can go back and listen. And when you hear stuff you don't remember saying, that's also a good sign. So you're trying to get it. It's a flow state you enter where something starts to come through and you're not prejudging it or thinking about it, and it just comes through. That's when you know you're channeling. And Daniel Scranton teaches a class on channeling. I recommend that. You can find it at his website at danielscranton.com. And, go to channelers, ask them how they learn to channel. Oftentimes, the best channelers are also good teachers of channeling. And you can learn a lot by reading the writings of Jane Roberts in her Seth books, and the early books by Abraham, where you see what was going on, how they channeled. And then I find I really start to trust and see the best channelers are the ones that stuck to it over a long period of time. You will get better and better at channeling. Thank you for that question. Heart Coherence Collaborative. Where is my favorite place to get food? Thanks, brother, for that question. I really am a big fan of Korean barbecue. As you know, I do like the bulgogi. That's Kyle, our brother Kyle, who's in the house. And so, we're both fans of the bulgogi and Japanese barbecue as well. We found those to be quite delicious. Although yesterday I ate some of the best sushi I've ever eaten. I like a good pho. I like ramen. Unfortunately, I like good hamburgers. But I love a good salad. I'm a lover of all foods. Yes. So get ready. Each of my shelves is a number: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've numbered my shelves, and I've also numbered the bookshelves. So I'm asking you to drop a number. The first numbers I see, and then that will be the shelf number, and the second number will be a row number. I will randomly go and pick a book from a shelf and then briefly talk about it with you, my brothers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got a question. Is there anything I can do or stop doing so I can see my manifestations and no more delay? Thank you. This is the golden question, the question I'm trying to answer in every video, in every part. And so the number one thing is that we can experiment, and I'm constantly getting new information on what works and what doesn't work. The secret to manifesting is experimentation. Manifesting is really like standing up and hitting a baseball, and every time there's a pitch thrown, you swing, and then you learn how to adjust. You learn how to get ready for the ball to hit. You swing your body, or it's like hitting a golf ball. Those are things that are very comparable to the process of manifestation. So what I'm asking you to do is, as you get better and better at it, you will learn how to swing that ball. You will have multiple opportunities to do it. So it could be a process of visualization or affirmations. It could be a process of getting into heart coherence. I have a good friend who finds that he sees his best manifestations when he goes into coherence with his heart, slowing down his breath, moving his consciousness into his heart, then visualizing. If you can find your magic, for some people, it's through their voice, by saying the words of what they want. For some people, it's what they see in their mind. It's for many, many people, it's what they feel and finding that duration. But if you can find all those avenues and envision something, see something, feel something, say something out loud, and experience it as vividly as possible, going into heart coherence, generating your energy, then you can do it. And so my example of the best form of manifestation is through tuning into a version of myself that has done that thing, experienced that thing. When I do that, then I connect to a timeline where it happens most effectively. That, for me, has been the most effective. That's what I'm trying to teach, is a version of reality shifting where that thing happens. That's been the fastest, most effective way for me to create my reality. Let's see. Brian, I found your channel after finally escaping a 10-year stretch of domestic abuse. I cannot put into words how much you have helped my healing journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sunshine Eyes. I appreciate you, and I'm so sorry for what you had to go through. And there are a lot of people out there that are struggling with domestic abuse in relationships they don't want to be in. I know because I have people that come to me, I coach, and oftentimes I attract those kind of people. I attract people that are struggling, that are in bad situations. I want you to know, and you can tell others, that no matter what you're going through right now, if it feels like you're in a tough spot where it feels like there is no hope, that nothing's going to change, that it can get better, that you can manifest your way out of it. You can put yourself in that feeling state no matter what's going on in your life. And there will be a way through, a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. And I just want you to walk that bridge. I am teaching this for people like you. If you're suffering in a situation like that, I promise you, what I want to show you is true freedom, freedom to have and do and be what you want. Let's see. Oh, we got numbers. We got numbers in the house. So the first number I see is 8. And the second number I see is 6. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8. And the next number after that is workable for me is 3. Okay. Give me 1 second. We're going to go and we're going to find a book. All right. The first book that's been chosen is Charles Yu's How to Live Safely in a Science Fiction Universe. So what I explored, Charles Yu is actually an amazing writer, one of my favorite science fiction writers who got his start writing short stories. And in this one, it comes from the perspective of a vast story space on the outskirts of fiction, where it's actually a realized universe that knows it's science fiction and exists within fictional realms. And the reason I've always loved this book in particular is because it goes along with the idea that Neville Goddard teaches, and that's something I discussed with Frederick Dotson, that there is no fiction. So How to Live Safely in a Science Fiction Universe, I explore those ideas because as I expand my ability to shift into different realities, I find that some of these realities are pretty crazy, where there's brand new technologies and experiences I never would have experienced before. And I'm open to challenging my higher self to allow me to shift into greater and more unusual and crazier realities, because that's what happens when we start learning how to shift. And so this is a really great story guide on how to shift into those realities, into a science fiction universe, because the real limit is what our higher self will allow us to shift into. And more we're going to exist in realities where we can travel at light speed, we can instantaneously heal, where technologies in science fiction allow us to do things like teleport and to create objects instantly out of thin air, and to have conversations and relationships with artificial intelligence. And so those are things that are a part of my expanded reality, is an infinite universe of infinite technologies and possibilities. All right, so I'm going to pick 2 more numbers here. We got 2 more numbers going down from there. Book 6, book 3. Louise said, all right, let's do another. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, such a hard choice, man. Let's see here. All right, so that was tough because that shelf had some really good books. First book I had here was Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David Hawkins, which is amazing. Anybody that you need to know about David Hawkins and the levels of consciousness, the functions of mind, the different processes of the levels of consciousness. This one deals with the different levels, which he has a number system for levels, where he goes over calibrating your ego, such as talking about shame, guilt, apathy, fear, desire, anger, and pride, and provides a map of consciousness where you start at the self, to the all-being, to the one. You go from God self to self view, into enlightenment, into emotion, different processes. I mean, it's a brilliant, masterful book. The second book I have here is Reality Creation 101. You can find it on Amazon. I think it's fantastic. It's really an amazing book on all aspects of manifesting through awareness, and there is clearing and healing, why people have trouble manifesting. It really has a good section on why people struggle with manifesting, on the process of manifestation, the road to ultimate power, there's a really, as I remember, it just gets better and better, and there's a Q&A with the author at the end of this book. This is one of those rare books about reality creation I totally recommend. And then the third book is The As If Principle by Richard Wiseman. Amazing book that really shows scientifically the power of acting as if. There's examples in this book that are amazing, where he will explain why two actors, for instance, that in a role will fall in love, and they start acting as if they fall in love with each other, oftentimes will fall in love with each other. And the process of acting as if actually has powerful, provable statistical research to show that it can change your reality. And this is why Wiseman is always grounded in scientific fact, and has attempted to disprove the idea of manifesting in some of his books, or the ideas of luck. But in many cases, he ends up proving it because his studies, research, and examples that he has. So if you walk around acting as if you are wealthy, which is what I'm trying to create in those activations, then utilizing the guidance in that book, you will find major changes proven. If you want to fall in love with your husband and you don't feel like you love them anymore, try acting as if you love them. If you want to be happy and you don't feel like you're happy, try acting as if you are happy. The As If Principle is the game changer. That's 3 amazing books. There you go. You've got a sample of my many, many books. It's a huge library. Yes. It is done. It is done. And so maybe in a few seconds, if we run out, we got some more questions. We got Nurse Fanacita. Thank you so much. Brian, how do you start incorporating reality transurfing? I listened to the Audible book several times, but how do you incorporate it into daily life? What a great question. And I actually did an episode coming up about one of my favorites. It's called This Book Changed Everything for Me, where I went into a new discussion of transurfing. And if you check out my playlist, Understanding Transurfing, that's what I was attempting to do. I go through and read the book and then discuss the book. And then I have another playlist, Reality Transurfing, where I go even farther and explore the principles of transurfing. The main elements that you can pull from transurfing to apply are understanding that there is a wave of fortune that you're generating. You're moving in waves of energy. And those waves of energy can generate waves of fortune in your life, or waves of despair. So if you start your day generating a powerful, positive emotion, you'll start to see changes, first of all. The concept of slides, creating a powerful, imaginative experience from your POV, where you're experiencing what you want, but it's a flash. And then running those slides over and over is a really powerful method that I used. But one of the big changes is an understanding of pendulums and importance. So the thing that really helped me with transurfing was understanding the energetic dynamics of what I was manifesting. So if I desperately wanted something so badly, say I have a movie script written and I want to see it made into a movie. And then there's people that are reading it and they're looking at maybe making it into a movie. Producers and actors are looking at it, right? If I just sit and go, I need this to happen so bad. I need this movie to be made. I want it to be so bad because it would be so great. That movie will never be made. But if I sort of let it go and say, whatever happens will happen. It's my intention to make a movie and it will happen no matter what. But I release the desperation, then something seems to happen. You can create excess potential. So when that is something I started playing was a huge game changer for me. When I understood the energetic dynamics, that's what reality transurfing is. You're surfing. The word surfing in transurfing is part of the essence of the teaching. It's that you're generating momentums of energy that you're manifesting on as you slide into different timelines. And the key is learning how to balance yourself, not become desperate, overwhelmed, and then also maneuvering around pendulums, which are large waves that can knock you off your board. Pendulums are energies that form when multiple people are thinking in one particular pattern. And so you get caught up in these pendulums. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying this for the people that are watching because you've read the book and you want to apply it. So become aware of the pendulums that are affecting you, run slides, reduce importance, create momentums of energy. That's a pretty good way to encapsulate that book. Let me get that book. There it is. So this is the book we're talking about, Reality Transurfing, which is actually 5 different books in one. And you can see I've got it bookmarked and underlined. It's an unusual book. It's self-published Russian author, and the language doesn't translate and can seem confusing, and some of it, frankly, not very well edited. It's still a really amazing book, and I highly recommend it. All right, where are we at? Who do we got next? Oh, wow. First time seeing you live, first time seeing you on a live, brother. It's so good to see you. Thank you. Sending all my love. All right, we got another question. How do we navigate when we feel uncomfortable in fragmented realities? Is there something you did to maintain your confidence? I think it's a really great question. And what I'm saying is something we teach in our events that has really helped me is I create a total and complete identity shift into the reality that I'm manifesting. And that involves merging with, communicating with, receiving downloads with my future self. And so this future self becomes embodied within me as if it's a walk-in or merge. And it's like I'm looking out through the eyes of a version of me that's already lived it. And I immediately know everything's going to be okay. I have the confidence. There are other ways to shift your confidence that don't seem so complicated that I have used, that I have several confidence meditations on the channel that I would recommend. Just type in confidence Brian Scott. And those are using neuro-linguistic programming techniques where you visualize things that give you confidence and you make them brighter and larger, and things that decrease your confidence, you make smaller, and you utilize words, terms, and visualizations to maximize your confidence and to reduce your insecurities. And it's an important thing. It takes some people I know that are super brilliant, amazing, that would be the most amazing teachers on YouTube that I've talked to, that are simply not confident enough to talk on camera. And I've been there. I've been that person for decades. I would sit and not be confident enough to go on camera to do this with you. There's no way I could ever have seen myself in a situation where I was able to do that. So I found by using neuro-linguistic programming and affirmations and visualizations, it worked. But the thing that really locked it in for me was the future self really becoming a sort of identity shift. That was the thing that changed everything for me. All right, we got another question here. Brian, how do you balance Quo's teachings of catalyst and lessons with the Arcturian Council teachings of free will and creation? Thank you for that question. I think it's a really good question. And there is, within anything that seems as if it's a contradiction within the spiritual realm, that's where the truth lies. And what I love about what Quo says, if two things seem like they contradict, that's where you'll find real fruit in what you're looking at. And I believe that there's a place for both free will and creation. And there's also a belief in catalyst. The reason the catalyst is, understandings of catalyst is so important to explain to everybody. What Quo is saying is the reason we're in this simulation, the reason we're in what they call an illusion, is to create these catalysts. These catalysts ultimately are arguments, frustrations, things that end up working against us, things that cause frustration, worry, everything that's a negative that seems to come out of the blue, out of nowhere, is a catalyst. They say catalyst is like food. We're here to experience this catalyst. And if you look at what we were talking about earlier, you're a being of infinite power and living in a period, in a realm of infinite bliss. And then all of a sudden, you, in that place, come here where you don't know that you're the creator. You don't know what your power is. And you give these scenarios where it feels like you're frustrated. You're not able to find love. Some people work against you. The catalyst, there's a part of your soul that loves that. And what that does is it promotes the free will of creation. In those moments where it feels like there's contrast and something's not working for us, that's when we're motivated to create through our free will. So the catalyst is the motivation to enter into our power once again, to remember who we really are. I hope that answers your question. All right, what do we got here? I'm confident and aligned. Yes, Hannah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got lots of Tauruses in the house. Maybe someday I'll talk about astrology, but there's so many people that are into it. I don't want it to, and maybe it's better if I don't. I'm a Leo, by the way, so I need to practice this future self merging. Yes, every day. I'm telling you, I agree with it. And what we do in our events, as we're going to be doing a more advanced version in Maui for 4 days, is first of all, you clear your body energetically. You activate the pineal gland. You meet the higher self. We allow the higher self to guide us into a journey through all your realities. And then you quantum jump into one that combines the best of everything, that is the best version of you, that lives the best life you've ever lived. You meet that version of you. You receive downloads from them, and then you merge with them. And then you awaken the following day as someone new, as someone where anything is possible. And then from that place, we begin to unlock how to maneuver as the future self. So it can be done with merging, but there is steps beyond that. And I've also tried to create episodes on all of those things. And so it works, it works, it works. Let's see what we got here. Any advice on those opening to receive more, but hitting barriers? Treat every obstacle as a stepping stone. If you're hitting barriers, allow that barrier is the catalyst that opens you up to your power. And so if you're hitting barriers, ask yourself why. Is there something within you that's creating that? Ask yourself why. The answers will open you up to receiving more. Leo Ascendant, I hear you, Tamia. It's always good to see you, Tamia. My baby brother passed away last night. I'm devastated, but also numb emotionally. I'm trying to process, but don't know exactly what to do. Listen, you came to the right place. We're with you. We love you. Everybody in the group that's watching this now, I'm calling upon you to send your light and love MVP right now, who lost his baby brother. Your baby brother is here. They never left. They will always be with you in numerous ways, shapes, and forms, and they're waiting for you, and they love you. I'm sending you all my light, all my love, seeing you healed. And I'm sorry for what you're going through, and it's not fair. And it's one thing that absolutely sucks, is that when we lose those people that we love, those family members that we love, there's no words that I can say. They all sound cliche because they are, and I know you feel numb. And all I can say is, it's never going to go away. You're always going to remember them. But I'm saying that you're not alone. You're not alone. We got you. We're here for you. Brian, our family restaurant burnt down a month ago due to accident, and I can't help to feel it's because I didn't align with my husband's future self, but it hurt us badly. I do not think you not aligning with your husband's future self had anything to do with your fire burning down. The first thing I want you to just assume with me, since you followed my teachings, is that everything is working to our advantage. And oftentimes, the worst possible things that happen, they do not feel like that's possible. And so I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully you had insurance, and hopefully there's a way through for you with this. And hopefully that you learn lessons and find ways and avenues that makes what happened into turns you from the caterpillar to the butterfly, that you can blossom from this. And don't blame yourself when these things happen. When negative things happen, the worst thing we can do is say, oh, woe is me. Yes, acknowledge that everything that happened is what you created. It's what you created, yes. But don't be hard on yourself, because everything is a creation. And that means that you can create something different and new. It may feel frustrating right now, but if you can at least enter into your power, then see something, envision something, create something new. Find your way to return to the state that you want to be in. And know that this is only temporary, that everything flows in waves, and that all good things will come to you. And everybody, I want you to send light and love to Tamia right now. Sending that right now. I'm seeing you healed and whole, and everything rebuilt better than before, rising like a phoenix from the ashes. All right. I spend 2 to 4 hours daily for 2 years doing this work. Why am I not shifting into my reality? When I hear somebody say that, it depends on what you're doing in those 2 to 4 hours. When you do something for a long period of time, sometimes there's an element of trying too hard or desperation. And so make sure that you're enjoying, that it's fun, that you're doing it, not because you feel like you have to do it like it's a job, like it's a homework assignment, that you're doing it because you naturally enjoy doing it. So if you go back to what I was saying about transurfing, about the transurfing book, then if you are not placing importance on what you're trying to create and just finding a way for yourself to enjoy being in the moment, nothing else matters. There is no good and bad. There is no failure. That's when the good things start to happen. And it's a tough lesson that I had to learn, because I would do the same thing. I would spend hours and hours in meditation, and then sometimes it would feel like it got worse because I was coming at it with an energy of, I gotta have this thing and I'm gonna try so hard. And it was the try hard that held me back. So find a way to balance that, find your joy in it, and find a way to anchor that high joyful period. And then see if you can, if you wanna spend the time doing it, then see if you can generate a feeling of bliss and joy for 2 to 4 hours. That will lead to greater results than doing this work, which you call work in the question, because it's not work. It's just living in the best possible life that you can live. Shine Khan. Hi, Brian. No matter how hard I try, I'm stuck financially with $0 in mine. So the answer to that is to stop trying. What we did with our meditation earlier, and go get a chance, if anybody didn't do it, go to the meditation Big Money Flow. That is 34 minutes designed to put you in the flow. It's not about trying hard, okay? And if you feel stuck, then you need to change what you're doing. Whatever you're doing is a pattern. And so, first of all, I want you to acknowledge who you are, being of infinite power. Know it, feel it. Just close your eyes and say, I am a being of infinite power. I am the power and presence of God. I am infinite intelligence in this moment. Feel your power for who you truly are. Remember who you are. Find appreciation for being stuck, because this has given you a certain journey, a path that wouldn't have led you anywhere else. I know it's frustrating, but just let go of the frustration and being stuck, and find appreciation for it. I know that's hard. And then I want you to acknowledge it's not real. None of it's real. That's how you bust loose from the money game, Why would we choose to play the game of money where we always lose? Even the billionaire right now can lose it all. The game is designed to always lose. We're going to another level where we are the creators of the game. And so you transcend the try hard and being stuck into a new beginning where you take your power back from that whole thing. You bring it back because you are a being of infinite power that can do and create whatever you want. When you bring their power back, that doesn't matter anymore. And no longer will you find yourself stuck, and you will be overjoyed by the surprises of your day every day. Thank you for that question. Prayers and blessings. Thank you for your prayers and blessings. All right. Thank you so much. I love you too. I love you, brother. I'm grateful for you too, man. And we're with you all the way. You're not alone. Hey, Teresa Green Tarot. Brian, I had an NDE and experienced temporary enlightenment 6 years ago. Since then, I hit the bottom and can't seem to break out of chaotic situations. Did you really truly hit the bottom? If you did, if you hit the bottom after entering a period of enlightenment, then I want you to acknowledge that you created that for some reason in your heightened state, in your expansive view and your connection in the heightened state of enlightenment. You knew that the best path for you was to do this. So now I want you to take your power back from that. There's no need for you to go on any journey. I call upon your subconscious mind to release those patterns, those particular rhythms that have made you feel like you hit the bottom, and know that the bottom is just contrast to take you back to the top. And that in this moment, I'm sending you my light and love, and you will say, I'm reaching the highest levels of success, prosperity, happiness, and abundance. From this point forward, I command all the forces of the universe to bring me success and beyond and abundance, and no more will I be limited in any way, shape, or form. I call upon this for my enlightened divine state, for the being that I am. Remember who you are, because the enlightenment was your remembering. And so don't forget, because there may be a part of you that wants to forget again. None of it's real. Take it all back. None of it's real. It's all a hologram and a simulation. You're choosing to experience those things, and now we choose something different. All right. "15 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. The same day my divorce was finalized. I celebrate every day." Oh, Carol, that is so amazing. I'm so excited that you overcame cancer. I'm so grateful that you're here and able to join us. And what a blessing every day becomes after you go through something like that. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Dale, always good to see you. Nothing's anyone's fault. Time to heal trauma and data. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for that. Lori, thank you. I appreciate you. Brian, I've been unemployed for 6 months. I have 3 months left of saving. All right. Brian, I've been unemployed for 6 months. I have 3 months left of savings. And though I'm interviewing, nothing is converting. How not to come from a place of lack? I try, but it's brutal. First of all, before we say anything else, I know your pain. I know where you're coming from, and I'm so sorry that you're going through it. I am genuinely sorry. I know it can feel like hopeless at times. And so what you need to know is that there's a version of you that created this very difficult circumstance so that you could overcome it. Because your purpose is to overcome this. And so first of all, don't assume that there's problems in the world. That's the mistake that people make when they've been unemployed for a long time. They start to make excuses, and it's not an excuse for you, but I'm saying we look out and say, oh, it's the economy, it's bad, there's no jobs available anymore. And then they give up. But right now, the best job's just around the corner. Open up to new opportunities. Expand your viewpoint for what is possible, how you can advertise yourself, how you can find possibilities for what you do. Find your joy. Explore that. Now, one of the hardest things we can do it's scary, is the fear. So we got to find a way to overcome that fear. So put yourself in a state of coherence. Take a deep breath, close your eyes for just a few seconds, and release the fear, because the fear is your nervous system enters into a state where you're in fight or flight and you're not able to think properly and make the right decisions. So we do that by breathing in, slowing down our breath for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 5 to 6. It helps me to do it through parted lips when I start, so I can become aware of that exhale. Breathing in, and then long exhale. Feel all of that shedding, the releasing of those emotions. And then I want you to try to generate a positive emotion. It's hard to when the whole world is telling you something different, but just try, because you have an ability to create a positive emotion. So go back in time and remember the happiest day of your life, the most grateful you've been, the most excited. Find a way to do that. Find a way to generate that feeling that's within you. And then from that place, I want you to just be for just a few moments. Even if you have stuff to worry about, put all those worries about your job outside the room and just enter into the state of coherence. Once your heart enters coherence, the intelligence of the heart knows its way to find your employment. It knows a way. And then no longer will you say with your voice and your words, it's brutal. You will say it's joyful. You will say everything's working to my advantage. Something wonderful is happening for me now. All is well. If you can embrace that and know that it can feel like it's the last moment. We put ourselves in a situation where everything feels like it's the last moment. But when you get through to the other side, it is so wonderful. Then you know your true and infinite power. Please don't give up. No. And so find your way to do that. If you can distract yourself, that's something that has helped me when I was unemployed. Watch movies, get some sun, go for a walk, take yourself out of that mode where you're constantly worrying. Keep focusing on new opportunities. Explore any level of intelligence. Going to the library, looking it up on Google, looking it up on AI and computer, find as many different possibilities and expand what's possible for you, because there's something wonderful that is coming your way. I promise, I promise, I promise. All right. Nervous system regulation is a must. Yes, it is. All right. Reality Revolution Focus Group. Who's hungry? Mom's chocolate chip. I hear that all the way. Al Pacino. I've been unemployed for an entire year now. I went off that cliff, but I was provided for. I needed to feel safe, that the universe would provide for me. So that may be what you're going through, that you need to feel safe, that the universe is provided for you. What this also reminds me of is that you want to open your root chakra. If you can find binaural beats or frequencies that are designed to help open your root chakra, because it closes up and it limits your energy when you're in a survival mode. You want to release, you want to reset your nervous system and also open the root, because the root starts closing up right away in those scenarios. Sun and Moon Soul says, hi Brian, I've cut myself off from everything that was draining me. I have no money, job, and completely alone, not paying taxes, bills. I'm continually drained. Please give me hope and advice. My first thing is, I've been there. The first thing I'm telling you is, you're not alone, that I've been there. And the experience that you're going through, when you cut yourself off, you feel that you go through the dark night of the soul where it feels like you're alone when you're in that awakened state, and it feels worrisome and fearful. And I want you to know, number one, that there's a way through this. All right. That I understand the reason for it. And what I can say 100%, no matter where you're at, what your situation is, I've seen it all. I've seen people at their lowest of their low and their worst of the worst. And there's a way through. Take it one step at a time, one way at a time. First thing is form a connection. You have people in this group, we're here for you. You can communicate with us. We are here for you. You're not alone. I don't want you to feel alone. It may feel like you're alone in your physical presence where physical people aren't around, but you're not alone. We've got your back. I want everybody to send light and love to her right now. You're not alone. I want you to feel that. It feels like you've let go, but you've opened yourself for something new. When you make a space, the universe loves to fill a vacuum. And the vacuum that you've created will bring in something new and wonderful. Keep an eye for it. So don't focus from a place that everything is terrible. I want you to focus from a place that good thing. You've opened your path for good and wonderful things. They're around every corner, on every page that you go, on your phone, on every person that you meet, every place that you go, every thought that you have. There's a new path that's coming to you, and it will mean when you look back on this, you'll be so grateful that you went through this path. And so much wonderful things are going to come to you. Anything is possible from the point that you're at because of what you've allowed for by letting go of the old reality. The new reality begins to take fold, and when it does, it's glorious, it's wonderful, it's magnificent, and it's yours, and I see it for you, and it is yours. I promise. So right now, everybody see her succeeding, see her thriving. Welcome to the reality revolution. You've got this. There's something so inspiring for everyone that you are here chatting to us. Yes, I appreciate that. You inspire me. Everybody that comes here is inspiring to me. I love you all. I love you with all my heart. All right. We're getting closer to being done. One more book, 2 numbers. Throw down a number for me and I'll pick out another book here. Yes. Next is for all of us to manifest the way to all be in Hawaii. I want everybody to see something magical, wonderful happening so that you can join me in Hawaii. We got the tickets that are in the description. In some way, shape, or form, some wonderful blessing is going to come for you. And remember, I'm offering free tickets. If you can find a way to get there, stay in the hotel, then we can get you tickets. So remember to email me at chiefexecutiveprime@gmail.com, and we can offer you a free ticket. It'll be first come, first serve, because we've set aside a few. And if you can tell me why you need to go, then you can qualify for this basic scholarship that we're calling. We have Paul Cellulase going to be here, and I would love for you to manifest that. Thank you for mentioning that, Dale. I would love to meet you, Dale, in person someday. So at one of my events, you need to show up, my brother. How can I expand my consciousness to receive more money? I did it for a few months. I got a paying job, but 6 months later, I lost it. Feel like I know how to do it, but I don't know how. So first, I want you to release the idea that the money comes from the job, although it could be the job that you find. I want you to be aware that money can come to you today, even if you don't have a job, that money comes to you while you sleep, that money comes to you wherever you're at from unexpected places. It can come in the mail. It can come on your email. It can come by text. Open yourself up to money coming to you from thin air. It's the beginning of understanding that money wants to flow to you. It doesn't want to just come through one channel where that's your job. Open yourself up to infinite sources of income. And I want everybody to say with me is the large sums of money meditation, because by saying this on a regular basis, I have seen it in my life. Say it with me. I am so happy and grateful now. That first part is very important because we're affirming our gratitude and happiness in this moment. I am so happy and grateful now that large sums of money come to me easily and quickly in increasing quantities, meaning it keeps on going up from multiple sources, meaning it's not just one job, but it can be from multiple sources on a continuous basis in the best interest of all that I get to keep, meaning the money comes to me, spend, invest, and circulate joyfully. I want to see you living a luxurious and glamorous life, doing what you want, living your dreams, finding your true freedom. I see it for you. I know it for you, and everybody else does, and it is done. You are not stuck. You use the I am at the end of this sentence. You use the name of God. I am stuck at this moment. You said no, but we say I am free. I am unstuck. I am on my path. I am in the big money flow. If you want, go listen to my big money flow meditation that's designed to unstuck you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sending light and love with you too, Jasmine. Thank you. Hi, Brian. I've been manifesting since last year, and recently this past week, I've been attracting undesirable events despite being positive and practicing gratitude. Could you clarify? So sometimes we attract from our subconscious, and that's the biggest learning lesson in manifesting and in shifting timelines, is that even when we think we are following the right frequency in the right vibration, there's something else as we expand our power that is also creating, and that is our subconscious. And so rewiring the subconscious is the next step for you. You can do that through affirmations or meditation. But what you're seeing is some unconscious reflection. The world is just a reflection of who you are, not what you're doing. So there is some aspect of who you are in that experience that you're having. And so this allows you to do deeper work. It's why the simulation is so powerful. You do the deeper work to uncover why what is experiencing, seems to be unfortunately happening to you, and you move outside of it. You move beyond it. And then, of course, listen to Brian's videos every day when you wake up, and things will gradually change for the better. Hallelujah. That's how I've designed them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jasmine says, I have amazing art. If someone wants to purchase one, that will pay for my fares from Australia. Brian, I was just thinking last night. So everybody look at, Jasmine, if you want to share where we can find your art, put it in the comments. Find a way for us to know where your art is so that we can look into investing in your art. We as a community can abide. I appreciate you. I'm excited because I'm excited at my event in Anaheim, which we also is now available, that we have, that's happening on July 24th through the 26th. In Anaheim, you can find the link in the description as well. That's at www.brianscottllive.com/Anaheim-2026, because I will be able to bring my art. This is where I live, and I have over 2,000 pieces of art. I have several in this room. I don't know if I can move my camera. Maybe we'll get to that point. And I'm going to do an episode pretty soon where I'm going to feature some of my art. And so I'm really proud of you for doing your art and creating, because that's really the first step to prosperity. And so please put a way we can check out your art, Jasmine, in some way, shape, or form so that we can check that out. All right. All right. I'm so happy and grateful now that large sums of money comes to all of us on a continuous basis. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we said you can find my work on Artsy. Google Jasmine Mansbridge and message. Thank you. There you go. In Australia. Check it out right now. Just Google it. Jasmine Mansbridge. We will find your art. I'm going to check it out when we get done with this. Jasmine, thank you so much for sharing that. Anybody else that wants to share your business that's trying to manifest, put it in the comments. We as a group can support each other. So if you are a coach, or you offer a product, or you have an invention, or have a restaurant, or have something, put it in the comments and let's share it. I'm here for all of us to come together. School is a great place to share. Find me at Intergalactic Gladiator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If people want to have experiences like this on a regular basis, and also have access to all my group coaching sessions, right now we have 24 so far, with exclusive content like audiobooks and meditations and training courses that you can't get anywhere else, that I can only share in my group. We have exclusive group sessions, and we have networking sessions. We had a networking session earlier today where people could network. It's an amazing group of people that are working together to manifest your dreams. You can find it also in the description at www.school.com/reality revolution, and you can join us. We're also going to be showing the Maui event on air. If you're a member of the school group, we also will be live streaming it there, and you can join from your own living room as well to experience there. So I'd love to see it then. I had a few ads and they were disturbing. When Brian meditates on here, then the ads interrupt. So Nikki, I have no ads in the middle of my episodes. If there ever is one, please let me know. I can't make like a normal YouTuber. The normal YouTubers that have advertisements in the middle of their episodes, they're able to monetize their channel in a way, but I can't. So when I do an 8-hour meditation, it's only going to have one at the beginning and one at the end. And so on my episodes, you'll never find an advertisement in the middle. Now, I think that live naturally does it because it's default. So you might have advertisements that come in the middle of the live, but not during any meditation or any activation or my normal weekly episodes. Sorry about that if it did happen. Sometimes that happens when your phone turns off or disconnects or you start from another browser. I always love this song. I'm going to jam with it for a second. Anyway. Aha. Coastal Catering LLC for anyone in coastal Mississippi. All right. It's Kayla Tapp. Let's go. If anybody's in coastal Mississippi and need some catering, then join and let's support the reality revolution. Thank you for that. Aha. What's your favorite Neville insight or message, let's say? I've actually done some really interesting Neville episodes. Be on the lookout because we finally know what Abdullah looks like and we know who Abdullah was and what we were all thinking was wrong. And Cool Wisdom Books has done a deep dive, and so I did an episode where we finally discovered who Abdullah was. And I've also done a deep dive on Neville and the things that I find that nobody talks about. And of course, I love Neville's teachings on the law of assumption and imagining, creating reality. His discussion of how to vividly imagine using the law of assumption is at its core the best form of manifesting. And his discussion of feeling is the secret, while seemingly simple and powerful, is written so beautifully. I've read over 40 lectures on the channel, and those are the things that always return to me. But on a larger scale, there's some really interesting aspects of Neville that people don't talk about. His view of the afterlife is one of them. The idea that when somebody moves on, that they awaken in a 20-year-old body, not remembering what happened, moving on in a whole reality where they fear death, and they have relationships and it continues going. We're constantly in a nested loop of continuous simulations until we awaken to our true power of who we are as God. I love that as well. I love his raining money meditation, which I did an episode this week on. The form of manifesting where you imagine money that's raining down, you're touching, feeling it, swimming in it. That's really powerful for me. Neville has hundreds of amazing messages and teachings, and I love Neville. And be on the lookout because we'll create more Neville content now that we're learning more about some of the more advanced teachings and ideas. For instance, the lecture where Neville trips on acid. There's a lecture where Neville trips on acid. Well, we can talk about those things. And also Frank Carter, his driver, and the visions that he had, and his explanation of Neville and his visions after he had died, and his death also fascinate me. So let me see. I don't understand Neville. I find him so difficult to listen to. I agree with that. And coming to Neville, I found him difficult to listen to too. That's why I was motivated to share the Neville Goddard teachings, because the original recordings weren't good, and some of those they're complicated, and sometimes they sort of need a translation because of the age they were created in. Understand that Neville was a biblical scholar that could speak multiple languages and had the Bible memorized. So oftentimes when he's speaking, it comes from a certain voice that's doctoral in its nature and can seem confusing. It's particularly on the teachings where he's teaching about the promise. So if you're just accessing Neville and he's teaching about the promise, go to one that's talking about the law, where he talks about creating and manifesting. Go to the promise later, and then it will make more sense to you. But a lot of people may access Neville when he's teaching on the promise, which is a completely crazy vision that he had of his afterlife. And so it can seem confusing and hard to understand. And no, that's the real difference. Go to those teachings that talk about imagining, creating reality, and they will make more sense. I support creatives and entrepreneurs to get their project over their own finish line. Spent the last 11 years doing this and have testimonials. I took what I learned from working with George Lucas. Hell yeah, working with George Lucas. May the force be with you. Thank you. Yes, thank you for helping support creatives. I'm a screenwriter. I moved to LA to be a screenwriter. I have movies in my heart and soul, and I wish that I would have met you along the way, and that would have sure helped. And so, thank you to people like you that are supporting creatives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I study the Bible a lot, and when I listen to Neville Goddard and combine it with Bashar's teachings, it's really easy to tether them together. That's very true. That's very true. It's still looking like tentatively we're going to have Daryl Anka at our event in Anaheim in July. And so you get that free with the tickets. I don't know if he's going to be channeling Bashar, but he will be there, and we will get the wisdom of Bashar talking about it. So that's another thing. And I do love that you said that. I'd love to see the similarities between Bashar and Neville, very much so. The masses, people are doing that matter today. I'm serious and have invested in with faith and no regrets. We are here, need the ecosystem. I agree with that. Gay says, I feel the love coming with beautiful Brian from yes, the love is being sent to you. The question is how to practice more knowing of what you want to be, because that's the key. It's all about our certainty in ourselves. And I found that connecting with my higher self to get a larger view or map of my territory, the higher self has already been there, and the future self's already been there, and understanding that, how to practice more of, and so that allowed me to see, there's these things that I might be able to do in my future that I can follow and pursue. There's a time in my past I never thought I could speak to crowds, that I could speak on YouTube, that I could write books. And all of those things I wasn't aware of, and having a certainty in doing that was what happened when I started accessing those in my meditations. Doesn't sound too loud, does it? We'll turn it down a little bit. That would be great. That would be great if you make it. That'll be an amazing experience. We're so excited. Thank you for that. Osmond says we are all one. Yes, we are. We are all one. We are all one. Be careful how you use the I am. Yes. It's a big lesson for me. Even when I'm reading other I ams of other people, I'm caught up by it. The I am is so powerful. Be careful. Please be careful. How do we defeat the naysayers? Let's not look at it like we have to defeat the naysayers. I first recognize that the naysayer is me. There's a version of me that is a naysayer. And so I send them love. And I understand that I'm the reason that there is not to be the naysayer. I embody the reason why there can be hope. I can change the world. I can change the way that people see the world. And when I embrace that, I begin to see how other people can access versions of themselves where they can have everything that they want. And I want that for you. So I see a naysayer as just a normal aspect of myself. I dissolve it, I release it, and I don't let the naysayer become creative in my own reality. I know there's always going to be a naysayer. It doesn't matter to me. I release my connection to it and move toward a greater view of the future. Understand, with technologies and adjustments, we can have an amazing future. I talk about it in the last chapter of my book, The Reality Revolution. Go check that book out. In that book, I have a vision of the future where we can all be healed, we can all be prosperous, where we can all have the things that we want and live in an amazing and positive future. And I know it's easy to look and say that there's no hope. I know it's easy to look and watch what's happening on the news and think that this is ridiculous. There's no way we have hope. The world is destroyed. Nothing good will come of this. But when we understand our true power, then anything is possible. We can overcome anything. And I want you to just start with anything is possible. We can embrace that. Then I want you to say that I am the change in the world. And when you embrace that change, light will come to you and anything is possible for you. Why does the entrepreneur help? I really want to get mom's homemade recipe to as many people as possible. Then let's do it, Lori. I believe that if your mom's homemade recipe, then do it just like, with Kentucky Fried Chicken, or all great foods have been sometimes from mom's great recipe. And there's always a way for you to facilitate doing that. Open yourself up to the ways that can be done for you. I tried to do your miracle manifestation last night and realized I didn't know what to ask for. My mom passed away and I don't want to be in this world anymore. Blissing, I'm so sorry about your mom being gone. And I promise it's not permanent. She's still there. She loves you in every way, shape, and form. I can feel her presence. I know that it can feel very rough and hard, but you have the ability while you're still here to overcome that. I promise. And the big part of this is, what can you ask for? Go on that journey and find clarity for what you want. What is it that truly lights you up? If you don't know what that is, go back to your childhood. What is it that lit you up when you were a child? Go back to the best times of your life. What are the things that light you up? What are the things that excite you? Don't judge yourself. Let those things be your guide. And in those things, you will find a way. All right? And so if you can have anything, I want you to ask, if a genie came to you and you could have anything you wanted from that genie, what would you ask for then? What would be your answer in that case? I think when you start to ask that, my thing is, when I allow my higher self to connect with me and show me, this is the life you can live. And when I see visions of that life, then I know exactly what I want to manifest. I want to manifest that. And oftentimes it's outside of ourselves. It's in service of others. It's seeing others blossom. That's the world that lights me up. But Blissing, let me just say that you are from that dimension. You will be in that dimension. You say, I want to be with my mom in a beautiful dimension where there's no pain, only love. That's where we come from. That's who we are. That's where we're going to. We're only here for a blink of an eye, for a snap of a fingers. So enjoy it while you're here. You will have that yearning and craving you have is because that's who you are. But know that you don't need to be in a rush to it. There's no need for you to force yourself into it, that it's coming, and it's always better if you wait. I also had trouble understanding Neville until I read the book, The Magic of Believing. Yes, amazing book. I believe I read it on the channel. Try that one out. Hey, Soul Reasons. I'm a life coach and have a channel under my YouTube name. I use a variety of modalities that assist with overcoming old beliefs and patterns. Everybody go and click on Soul Reasons MK. Give her a like. Subscribe to her channel, check out her videos. Let's support those people in the community. I'm here for you. If anybody else has a YouTube channel that you want to share, I'm more than and thinking about in the future in my school group, maybe doing a session where I teach what I've learned about YouTube and how you can help grow your channel. I had a session with Bashar about 4 years ago that was led me to Brian. Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you. Question is, why don't we believe more? Why aren't we all day believing in what we want to be? As Neville says, all day we have to embody that. Are we lazy or is it difficult? I think it honestly can be both. Are we lazy or is it difficult? The first thing to embrace is your beliefs can change. We see people's beliefs change all the time. So some of us think we can't change our beliefs. Some people have beliefs that are difficult to change and they take time. That's why doing work on your subconscious can be a starting point. You can be in periods of time where it's hard to change your beliefs, or you feel like your beliefs are working against you. So I want you to embrace that you can change those beliefs. Start with affirmations and say what you want to believe out loud on a regular basis. And secondly, I want you to look for confirmation of your beliefs. Know that when you look for things, they will come to you. All right. And yeah, laziness is a sign that that maybe you don't believe it enough. And so I want you to, there could always be a different reason for both of those, and know that you can change your beliefs and keep on believing. Don't stop believing. Hi, Brian. Is it normal to feel overwhelmed after you have quantum jumped? Great question. Thank you for that. Yes. Sometimes you quantum jump into a particular form of reality where there's lots more energies, lots more possibilities, and it can feel overwhelming. All right. Breathe into that. Know that that's a good sign. Know that you have the ability to handle whatever that comes to you. And then challenge the idea of being overwhelmed. You're not overwhelmed. It's just a lot at the beginning, but get excited for it. Jump into it. Don't encounter it with resistance, but excitement, and you will find the way. I promise. Brian, thank you, Brian. I found Neville through his ideas of revising death, but they are not fully cooked ideas. I don't want my mom back. And Neville never promised bringing anybody back. His idea was that we are constantly going through this experience because we're all the same being. And he never talked about revising death that I'm aware of. He talked about revising people's experience of death. He tells a story of his sister's son who died young. And instead of revising the death, Neville goes and revises by showing up in the room non-corporeally so that they could see him. And it allowed people to know that everything was okay. But he could have revised the death. In fact, there have been discussions in Neville about why he doesn't revise death. And for Neville, it's not about this reality. It's not about this world. It's about the next one. And so he was only here temporarily, knowing that the better world is moving beyond it. And so that was always his thing, was to go into that other world where we are gods, because his main lesson was that we are God. We are all one. Everything you see and everyone is you pushed out. Your mom is just you pushed out. Brian, what is the best stuff for your subconscious mind to be programmed with? What's the most exciting one that you find? Well, any discussion of the subconscious needs to go to Joseph Murphy, who is a similar to Neville, but his own thing. And Neville, Joseph Murphy really talked about subconscious mind instead of imagination as the form of manifesting. I've read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, which you can find in my school group exclusively. And I've also read hundreds of teachings from Joseph Murphy. And Joseph Murphy was always about affirmations, especially when recited. He also was big on using the Psalms. The Psalms had an energetic effect and powerful in changing the subconscious mind, but he always believed in going into what he termed as prayer, which is using Psalms and affirmations, especially right before sleep, as a form of changing the subconscious mind. And those are the ones that always worked for me. That's what worked for me. That's why I create long 8-hour sleep meditations, because sometimes for me, I had such a deeply held belief that was holding me back. It's like I have to crack it open, and it takes 8 hours of constant affirmations from both ears coming in constantly to create the change. That's what worked for me. All right. Big question, but I want to understand how life works. I want to know more about the universe. How do I get started? Hey, everybody wants to know more about the universe. That's where I started my journey. And so it's a beautiful, lovely, wonderful, incredible journey. Lots of books can be read about it. Lots of inner knowing can happen when you connect to the Akashic and your higher self. You'll have answers that you may not be able to acquire in those books, but it's an ongoing journey. And just start with the intention. I want to know more. I want to know everything about the universe, because whatever you seek, you will find. It will come to you. Hey, thank you, Sun and Moon Soul. Thank you so much for your donation. Every penny counts. I love you. I love you. I love you with all my heart. Thank you. Thank you. For anybody that donates to the channel, believe me, it helps. Jeff. Hey, good to see you, Jeff. I've struggled with chronic back pain, and I'm a musician and inventor who's struggling finishing my prototype for market. My wife is not in love with me anymore. I'm sad and held back. So when we're done, at a minimum, I want you to write a statement out, and I want it to be the opposite. My body is vibrant and free. My product is finished. My prototype is ready, and my wife loves me. and I am flowing and moving forward. I want you to create a statement that says the opposite of that. Just because words have power, and I appreciate that you were asking the question, because you're just reflecting what's happening currently in your reality, and we use that as a springboard to create something new. So you find love in your wife or someone better. And we release the back pain because we know that we are the ones that can heal it. And that your creation is available to you. You can finish it. You can find the ways to finish it today, this week, this month, this year. It will happen. It's going to happen for you. Everybody send energy right now for the completion of your wonderful invention and finding love and finding a way to come back again. What you're going through, I know, is hard in the moment, but it will be a blessing once you're beyond it, because you will find a way through it. It is done. It is done. It is done. Yes. Also, do the bliss body meditation. That is a great way to find healing. I think it's a great way. I facilitate your body to heal with the light that's within you and all around you. Brian, can you create a meditation on manifesting children? Let's do it right now. If somebody wants to manifest a child right now, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe out. And I want you to feel that your child in your arms. You're looking at them. You feel the weight of them. You feel it's your child. You feel that emotion welling up. You're looking at them. And it is done. Put them in your crib. Know that you're feeding them, taking care of them. See it, see it, see it. See it now that it is done. It is done. It is done. You make a good point here, Amon. Don't focus on what's happening outside. What's happening inside is more real and important. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. It is done. Yes, thank you, Jeff, for writing it out. Thank you for that. So yeah, the bliss body meditation we do at the event, and we've done it at the last two events. It's a long 2-hour meditation where I take light, combine it with 4th density light, with 6th density light, with light from the earth, and we combine it together and we run it through every single part of your body, taking that part of your body back to its original and perfect expression. And when I've done that, we've created earthquakes, we've had instant healings, we've invited entities that heal. If you're going to be able to join one of the events, to me, that's one of my favorite parts. That's when you see the brilliance, the magnificence, the intelligence of the body, and you find true healing. It's a space where healing can happen, because when you're in a group of people manifesting together like we are now, that's where you create healing. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to use your permission slip meditation. I've been needing to give myself permission. I'm glad you picked up on that request earlier to take it easy, brother. So yesterday's episode is the permission slip. These are affirmations designed around giving yourself permission, where we say, I give myself permission, I am allowing. We learn that oftentimes the only thing that's hindering us is what we are limiting for ourselves. And so I want each and every one of you to give yourself permission for big money flow, for true healing, and for great love. It's all about you giving yourself permission. Say with me, I give myself permission for all good things. Say it with me, I give myself permission for all good things. Say it with me right now. It is done. It is done. It is done. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. Any other questions? Did I see any more numbers for books? I never did after I said that. So maybe you guys didn't want me to go over more books, but I appreciate you letting me show off some of my book collection. That's great. I just want to send my love, my light to everybody. I appreciate you. It's a beautiful Saturday. Get out, go, take a fresh breath of air. Go for a walk, see the beauty all around you, no matter what you're going through. I promise you it's going to get better. I love you with all my heart. I'm sending all my love and light to everyone here. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I see a number. I see 2 numbers. Oh, wait. All right. I'll do one more book. 4. Osmond has a 4 and Nikki has a number 2. All right. 4, number 2. Oh. I got a great book here. Good choice. The Secret Power of the Pyramids by U.S. Anderson. This book is not available anymore. I've kept it wrapped because it's a rare one. U.S. Anderson is an amazing writer, and he wrote several books that I've read on the channel. Particularly, if Joseph Murphy is the imagination, and if Neville Goddard's the imagination, Joseph Murphy is subconscious mind. He was about the universal mind and accessing the universal mind. And this book I read, so go and find my episode, The Secret Power of the Pyramids. And he goes to different vortexes and power energy centers around the planet, and it particularly ends in Hawaii. And at the end, it describes these unique mystical experiences he has going around accessing these energies. It has a different voice than his many other books. And so check that book out. And it also is an inspiration for me to do my event in Maui. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for the numbers. We got it. Oh, that was beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm sending all my love, all my light to everybody, and I will talk to you all soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is on the many mansions of God, and it's discussing. Thank you, my Cerna. I appreciate you. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. That episode will talk about exploring densities and dimensions through everything from Dolores Cannon to Vedic philosophy to the Law of One. I'm really proud of this episode, so I'll see you all tomorrow, and there, may the light be with you always, and welcome to the Reality Revolution.